Well, hello everybody. This is Marty Smith from FullTiltPokerReport.com. I'm doing another sit and go demonstration here with Tournament Indicator, but I wanted to focus on a couple of key indicators in the software program which I don't talk about often enough, and that is the balance and streak features. And those two together, I find, can help you deduce when one of your opponents may be prone to tilting. In this sit and go tournament, I have my regular mixture of fish mixed with one or two solid players. A solid one in particular is this player over here, who I have shark scoped as a rather decent player, except for the fact that when I sat down at this sit and go and shark scoped all of my opponents, she was on tilt. So that's rather significant given some of the plays that followed in the tournament, where I noticed that given her statistical record on SharkScope, she actually wasn't playing as per that record. In other words, the styles didn't match. As you can see down here, Tournament Indicator, after only 16 hands, has labeled her a gambler. And that's generally not the style of play that wins you as many sit-and-go tournaments that she has won, especially for the early stages. You can see the VPIP here is 38%, pre-flop raising 25%, aggression factor infinite. That means she bets out at the flop every time she's in a hand. If you take the balance indicator, that shows how many chips you and your opponents have lost or gained over the last 10 hands. Now, although you can adjust the range of hands that you want the balance streak to monitor, I like to keep it at 10 hands because really in tournaments this goes to the premise of knowing what your opponent is feeling at that particular time and place. As you know, blind and ante structures of the tournament and payouts can have a huge effect on the way a player plays, because emotions often get in the way. So keeping an eye on the balance indicator may help you make the correct decision when you are in a confrontational hand with that opponent. So let's fast forward this tournament a little bit, and I'm going to show you a few examples of how this comes in handy. We have a very loose aggressive player over here. This player is in the pot again. Pot's 280, bets out pot, and wow, okay, so this player goes all in, only has another 250 chips to call, but yet this is a fold here. You'll see it coming up. Won't even call the extra 200 chips and created a pot of 840. And this is just one of those situations where it comes up where you're playing too many hands. Look at another call here coming in the small blind, called 200. And then this player goes all in, then this player goes all in. Wow, she only had 1,000 chips and called 200 and then folded to the all-ins. So you can see that there's frustrated play happening here. So check it out. The very next hand, I limped in with King-Queen suited. We can go back to her stats. Has lost 645 chips now, and has lost 2 hands in a row, and we've tracked her for 18 hands. This would have been higher, except that she did win a small pot a few hands ago. We can see down here this player has lost 6 hands in a row, and of course, well, that contributes to how an opponent is feeling. You can easily envision that yourself when you might have been in 8 or 10 hands in a row and you just can't do anything. You know, you just feel like you're burning chips. That gets frustrating. There's no doubt about it. So here I have 770 chips to call. The streak and balance indicators can really come in handy if in situations like the one you're seeing here, my pot odds really dictate that I should fold this. But I'm not going to fold it against this player. She's on tilt on SharkScope, and I've been watching her stats here. She's on tilt here right now. Balance indicates so. Streak indicates so. Player profiling indicates so. VPIP indicates so. Pre-flop raising indicates that as well. Infinite, that means he bets at every flop, no matter what. This player's on tilt. Actually, I'm going to back this up because I'm going to show you real-time game action how fast I call this. She pumps it up, comes around. About 2 seconds I called her. Balance and streak in Tournament Indicator. Those numbers are not just numbers. They mean something. Start using them. This is Marty Smith for FullTiltPokerReport.com. Hope that helps you using the balance and streak features on Tournament Indicator. Ciao.